All right, should I or shouldn't I? What will they think? What will I think? What will I feel? What will they say? Should I or shouldn't I? Will I fail or will I fly? I don't know, but before I get into all that, first let me welcome you back to my channel. My name is Ayanna and this is Beyond Committed, where we talk about everything from life, faith, family, marriage, and everything in between, and we take them beyond. If this is your first time here, welcome, and I'm so glad you stopped by. But to make sure you're not a stranger, make sure you press the subscribe button below and then turn on your notifications so you don't miss a video. All right, now let's dive right in. Now, we all know life takes you through so many ups and downs. I mean, it's a journey and it is a roller coaster. Let's start like with high school, okay? High school, you're graduating. I mean, you're the top of the class. You're a senior. You are on a high. You are confident like, okay, I am going to take the world by storm. And then you enter college and that confident feeling you had kind of gets knocked down a few notches because you went from being the senior, top of the class. Now you're a freshman and you're kind of low man on the totem pole and you're still learning, okay, what does this new college life look like? How do I navigate it? What do I want to be when I grow up? Now that I truly am growing up and making all those pre-career kind of decisions that kind of set you up on a path to where, okay, whatever you want to do. And then as you navigate those years and you're like, okay, that confidence starts to build, you start to learn and to grow in so many ways. Then you graduate from college. You're on another high. You're like, okay, I can do this. I am truly going to take the world by storm this time. Then you enter the real world. And that confidence get knocked down a little because it's like, okay, now I got real bills, real situations, real things to deal with. Not college life, not somebody helping you, direct you along the way. It's like, it's all you. This is real life adulthood. And then if you get married and if you have kids, I mean, it's like, whew, all the confidence and self-assured feelings that you had, they're there, but they've taken some hits along the way. Things have happened. You've had life experiences that make you pause and think like, okay, do I know what I'm doing? Do I know where to go? Do I know what my next steps are? And it is in those moments that we all need a little boost, a little help to kind of figure out, okay, what am I doing here? And how do I confidently walk that out? And I know for me, confidence is something that I have definitely been on a roller coaster ride with as well. It's like you get to these points in your life where, okay, I can do this and I can just rock this out. And then something happens, a situation happens, somebody says something or does something, or you say or do something, and then you end up questioning yourself like, okay, am I as confident as I think or want to be? And it's in those moments where we all need a little boost. And there's three things that I know that I always rely on to help give me the boost I need when my confidence takes a little hit. One is remembering whose you are. I mean, you're a child of God. God created you fearfully and wonderfully. And when we remember that first and foremost, it's easy to not just get so caught up in all the particulars, all the things that don't go right, all the things that may have went wrong, or you may have took a wrong turn, or someone may have said or done something that causes you to pause and think, okay, do I really believe what I say I believe? Am I really that confident? Can I even do this? And that's when we have to pause and remember whose you are. And in that, we often compare ourselves to others, and that often gets us caught up. And that's one thing that when you remember whose you are, it helps you to stop the comparison, because God created us all very differently and uniquely. And at times it can seem easy to look like, okay, well, how is she doing that? Or why can't I do it that way? But realizing that you're not supposed to do it that way. God created you just like you on purpose. And I know for me, the most real way for me to always remember that is when I look at my twin daughters. They're identical twins. So genetically, they're the same person, but they are night and day. One is all sparkles and girly, and the other one is blue and trucks. And I love them both to pieces. And they're like two peas in a pod, but two totally different peas. And it's so important that we all remember that regardless of how close we may be like someone, or similar experiences or similar situations we've been in, we're all uniquely different, and God created us uniquely different on purpose. And even identical twins, all they look the same and may have a lot of similarities, they're two different people too. So it's so important that whenever our confidence takes a hit, which it does, that we remember whose we are first, and that helps us to hold on to the confidence in which God has already put into us, because you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that is something you can walk confidently in. Remember how you got here. I mean, we all go through ups and downs. I mean, our journey is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And if you look back to all the things that you've overcome, not just the parts that you survived, but the parts that you've thrived, there is confidence building in that. I know as a wife, I can look back at the early years of our marriage, and there's some rocky moments. There's some times where, okay, my husband and I were looking at each other like, okay, we are committed to this. We are going to death do us part. But right now, I'm not really feeling how this part is going. So it was so important that through that we got help. We prayed. There was a lot of different things depending upon what situation that we've been through that has helped us to grow. But whenever I'm not confident in myself or not confident as a wife, I can look back and like, okay, we've gotten through this, and we've overcome this, or I've gotten through this or overcome this. It's like getting through grad school and then becoming a pharmacist and being a pharmacy manager and navigating all of that and navigating the workplace and then being at home with kids and having to navigate that, and the stay-at-home mom life, and then the room mom life, and the navigating the PTO and all of those things. And there's so many different things as women that we navigate, that we overcome, that sometimes we don't really give ourselves enough credit to look at and say, okay, no, I have overcome these things. I have achieved these things. And although everything that's going on in my life right now may not be what I want, may not be the best, and I may not always feel as confident as I was, I can be confident in where God has me right now, realizing that God has helped you get through all those days before, and you have survived all your worst days so far. So remember that. Remembering where you've come helps you to be confident in not just today, but where God is taking you. Remember that you are a beautiful work in progress. God created a beautiful masterpiece in you, and He is going to use your life to create a beautiful masterpiece within the world. And it's so important that we don't get stuck on this one page, realizing that when you turn this page, there will be another step for you to take, another page for you to write in your story. And we have to trust that although we can't always see what's going on, and although we can't always understand, or we don't always like exactly what's going on, we have to trust that God is working out, that He is not finished with you yet, and that you can confidently take each step, trusting that each step of the way it helps you to boost confidence so you can faithfully walk it out, knowing whose you are, how far you've come, not just survive but to thrive, and know that God is not finished with you yet. All right, that's it for today. And I want to know, what's the next confidence boosting step you need to take your life beyond? I want to know, and let me know in the comment box below. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and make sure you press the subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. All right, now until I see you again.